Hello, family. I'm doing good. Don't worry. Didn't fall back into temptation. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience last night, a little bit more on it after reflecting and talking to my friends. Thank you, Mike. Really, one of my only friends. Billy's my friend. Billy the kid. Um, but just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean you gotta talk all the time. You know what I mean? I'm friends with Billy. We go a year without talking, but I apologized to him today. It felt really good. Um, so I want to talk about my experience last night with my temptation falling back. So we came back home. I had shit to do with my business. I had a lot of things on my plate, and felt like the devil was winning because demons are powerful. I read that in the Bible today. They're very powerful. They're fallen angels. So what happened was I was cleaning my truck out. I smoked a little bit of a bowl. I was cleaning my truck out, and my floodlights were above my truck, like kind of giving me some light on the house, front and back and side. They're all on. And I was cleaning my truck out after I smoked that, and I was kind of feeling weird, feeling like I had a boss watching over me, like breathing down my neck. And so what happened was I was cleaning the truck out, cleaning the puppy puke out of my truck, my my nice truck that I worked so hard for, and I'm cleaning out this puke smell. And I went to the warehouse and I got the pet safe vacuum, the wet vac, to get all the crap out, the poop, the pee, the puke. And it was very stressful. And so I had to do that. It was like 1 in the morning, and I still had to take my Pap's trash out. And so I'm cleaning out the truck, organizing it, getting this crap off the ground, the hats, all the hats I have, putting them, organizing them. And so the lights went out, but they were flickering on the floodlights on the house above my truck where I was working. And I was like, I hate cleaning. I hate doing stuff like that. But organization is very good for your life. It's good for your mind, your body, your spirit, your mental health. So is sleep. Sleep is very important. Very important. So I had a lack of sleep that day. Like I said, I got 1 hour of sleep, and I drove over 12 hours after going to the PetSmart, buying a bunch of stuff for the dog. It ended up taking a little longer than I thought it would, but I didn't have to come home and go to the pet store when I got home. I just went there. I went to the pet store in Maryland, and there was a lot of banners through the countryside of Pennsylvania going into Maryland, all about God, be reborn again. Like no advertisements, like vote Republican, like all about this God. I remember a mailbox on the side of the road at a church, and it said, "Write a letter to Jesus." And there's just a white box in the middle of the parking lot. And there's just so many God fearing farmers out there. I mean, they got to pray for the rain, and they got to pray that their cattle is healthy, and God's a blessing. He's a miracle worker. Um, so when I got there in Maryland, when I got the dog, the lady that sold me the dog, she goes, "This litter was a mistake," and I didn't even think anything about it. Just here's my money. I want that puppy. And then later, I texted the guy that posted it on Craigslist. Hey, what did that mean by it was a mistake? And she said, well, it was a brother and sister that mated, first generation. It wasn't like a second generation inbreed, but my puppy is an inbred. I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference, but I pray over her every day. I'm going to give her a beautiful life no matter how long she lives. And I pray over her, give her God's grace, protection, guidance, direction. I'm putting it all in the hands of the Lord after this experience I had last night really showed me I'm really on the right path. And so I'm cleaning the puppy puke. The lights are flickering. They went out. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, I felt really weird, like somebody was watching me and breathing down my neck. And I heard my name in my head. I heard my name, Derek. And I was like, okay, well, that's weird. And then I heard somebody say, after the lights went out, then I turned my flashlight on, my O light, to clean out my truck. And then that thing just dies. Lights went out again. And I turned on my other phone. And I turned it on. Well, first, and then I looked up and my dome light on my truck always works. It works for hours. That went out. I was like, did my battery just die? I just got a new battery on my truck. And then like all this weird stuff's happening. And so then I hear, I'm like, it's 1 in the morning. I'm in the driveway. I got neighbors, but they don't live very close. But I'm like, maybe they hear me. Maybe I'm being loud with this vacuum, this wet vacuum. And I hear, hey, you there? Like loud, like it was like right behind me. So I take my phone flashlight. I'm looking up the driveway. I'm like, it's my neighbors. Are they pissed off or something? Nobody there. I look in the backyard. I'm like, somebody like beside me. Like I was like concerned. And hey, you there? After I heard my name, what was that? I'm gonna let you guys decide, but I'm thinking it was something evil. And something evil, a demon, fallen angel, calling my name, trying to get me back into temptation. So when I smoked that bowl, I was like, I have my dealer's number. I was like, I can just hit him up. I got some money. I can buy a bag. I won't smoke it all. I'll just smoke a little bit. And all this temptation kept coming back in my brain, like, and I'm like, it'll be fine. And so I heard that scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, let's finish this truck. I did the whole truck. I just didn't do the stains and the puppy puke and the little stains on the seat. I did the entire back seat, top to bottom, headrest down to the where you have your legs. Cleaned it all, and I didn't realize what I was doing, but I was making it nice, right? Getting the smell out. She pissed on the seat, puked on the seat. She might as well shit on the seat. But and so I'm praying. The puppy's puking. I'm thinking they gave me this dog that's like deformed or something. It's like puking, and maybe it has like gastrointestinal issues. And so I'm stressed out. I'm like, what did I get myself into? I haven't had a dog in like 15 years because when my dog Casey passed away, I was so sad. I was like, I'm never putting myself through that again. Now I'm in the position. I know where the cattle are in the pasture. Well, God knows where the cattle are in the pasture. He's not going to leave me astray. He's not going to let me suffer. He's not going to make me homeless. If, as long as I follow His glory, He's shown me my kingdom will come. My people are coming. Like I have friends now. I haven't had a friend in a long time because all the friends I had, I felt like they fucked me over. I felt like I wasn't worthy of friendship. Like that's the devil. You think everybody's out to get you. You think you can't treat somebody how you want to be treated. That's how I was brought up. My dad taught me to treat the janitor like the CEO, which means give everybody mutual respect. You know, and he did teach me hard work and boots on the ground. And if you do work, if you work, you'll get rewarded. He didn't really show me God too much, but it's okay. I love him. And so that whatever that was said, hey, you there. So I cleaned my truck out. It's all nice, smells good. So I'm like, I gotta go to Pap's house, take his trash out. My Pap, it's like 74. He's had surgery on his legs. I mean, his doctors open his legs up and take out the tar from smoking a pack a day for, you know, 60 plus years. And he doesn't exercise. I love him. I'm trying to show everybody the way, but you can't change people. And he can't even walk down the driveway to take his trash out anymore. And that's been like that for like a year and a half or something. I had to take his trash out, so I'm stressed out. I got shit to do in my business. My pap's saying I gotta take the trash out. I'm gonna help my father out as much as I can. Whatever he needs, I told him. My boss said it's okay. I can come down hang out with you. He's like, who's your boss? I'm like, me. So my boss says, okay. So I go to Pap's house and I was riding down to Pap's house. He's 5 minutes away from where I live. And I see like a white thing across the road real quick. I'm like, I'm hallucinating. What's going on? And I see it again when I pull down his road. I see something like white just go off into the distance, scurry off. And I seen something on my porch when my wife's making me lamb. Some lamb from Costco from Australia. Um, it's gonna go cold when I'm making this video, but I don't care. I'll eat it cold. And I just had to say this on my mind. So I see that thing. I'm like scared. I'm like, I feel weird. I feel like I killed somebody, like I said. I feel like I sinned. I feel like my father's watching. I feel like he's disappointed in me. I've been doing good for weeks. And so I get back and I'm like, I was supposed to go ship some orders or something. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. This is creepy. So I go to bed. I wake up in the morning. My puppy's crying. She didn't. She didn't even poop in the crate. She didn't even pee in the crate. She's crying. She's like, "Let me outside. Let me outside, Dad." So I wake up at 6 a.m. and so I wake up at 6 a.m. Take the dog out. Then I'm not real tired, and I kind of feel tired, and so I read the Bible. I opened up the Bible that Gene gave me, and thank you, brother. And I open up the Bible, and it's a really old Bible from 1996. It's all worn. Somebody was reading that thing. It's probably him, maybe his brother, whoever gave it to him. A lot of people, like a lot of people were reading that thing. Or maybe he was just reading the hell out of it. And good for him. I'm gonna read the hell out of it too. And sorry for saying I gotta work on that. But I'm not sorry. You know, I'm helping people. Stop saying sorry for things you're not sorry for. It's another thing. Stop saying sorry for it. Like sometimes you just like you walk by somebody in a store and they're like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "For what? What did you do? Like you didn't even do anything." And so I just say to like get my thoughts going. It's like a process for me. So yeah, so that's my experience. That's the full story. That's me after reflecting, taking a nap, a cat nap, and waking back up and reflecting on it. It's just really spiritual for me. It's a really spiritual journey. Don't hate on the next man. Everybody's going through shit. You know what I mean? Don't judge people. Let God judge. And you don't have to forgive everybody either. If they didn't sincerely apologize, like I'm going back on my one video I made, oh, forgive everybody for everything they've ever done, even if they don't apologize. No. And I still have some apologizing to do. I apologized to Billy today. It felt really good. Sincerely apologize, like tears running down your face, coming from the heart, not just, oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't have to. You do not have to put that on your soul and accept that apology. I don't forgive my dad. I don't forgive my uncle. They're gonna have to come to me and actually apologize, actually cry, like sincerely apologize. I think my dad did a little bit, but you know, way more than my uncle. But yeah, and so that's where I'm at with forgiveness in my life right now. And I realized I had something on my channel that wasn't really righteous, so I changed that after reading the Bible today and learning a little more about the snake and the fruit of life in the garden and how the serpent made Eve eat from the fruit, and the serpent was like, you have all the knowledge that God has. And then God said to Eve, who told you to, why would you feed that to your man Adam? And the serpent, and she says, it wasn't me, it was the serpent. So then God says, oh, well, you're gonna be slithering in the corrupt dust for eternity, and woman and man will turn against you and stomp on your head and strike you with the heel of their foot. And yeah, snakes are weird. I had snakes my whole life, and something told me to get rid of it. And I just gave it away, basically. I took care of that thing for years, but maybe that was like a lost soul. Um, so yeah, I'm going through a lot, but I just wanted to share that and maybe get some comments about it and what you think that voice was. And like, share, subscribe, keep following me. Thank you.